Hey guys, this is John, back again for Subnautica, and the first thing I'm going to do is save. Do not forget to save, that is something I always forget to do. Right now that's out of the way. Cool, welcome back. It is night time still. Just picked off from... I just picked up from where we left off, so... It's still night time. As you can see, there's a big creepy moon. That's sort of like the Majora's Mask moon, I guess, except without the face. So while it's night time, I might just get some resources. So titanium and quartz is what we want mostly. One thing I forgot to mention in the first part is that this game is early access, so it's not fully released yet. Although, the developers are very close to releasing 1.0. Shouldn't be too far away now. It was scheduled for the start of this year, but it's taken them a bit longer to do everything they need to do. Which is fair enough, you know, this game is, you know, quite a feat of engineering, I think. Actually, one thing we could do was a torch for gathering stuff at night time. You will always need more quartz and titanium. That is one thing you'll never stop needing. So limestone gives like copper and stuff. Oh, it's very dark in there. Oh, is it getting lighter? Or is that just me? No, it's just the moon. Got some lead, that is important for radiation suits. Oh yeah, that's another reason I said don't go to the ship. Where is it? There. First part I said do not go to the ship. The first thing I thought of was that there are some horrible, horrible creatures over there called Reapers. I mean, anyone who's sort of played this game even for a little bit knows very well what they are. But the other reason is you actually can't go to the ship because there's radiation if you go over there. Okay, now it's getting lighter. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, we're very full on inventory, so I'm just gonna dump off some stuff in the life pod first, then we'll go out. You might have seen over there, it's just gone out of my range now, but that was a new biome. We'll get to it in a little bit. Haven't used the scanner just yet. You can scan most things, so I can scan that fish, but it takes a while to chase it and all that, so I won't bother now. Let's just turn this into... I will actually make one of these just to free up some space. Because in the early game, like this, I mean, I think that there should be 2 of these little chest things in this life pod, because right now you don't really have much space to store stuff at all in the life pod. You only have sort of a little bit of storage space. So, which way was it? It was this way, I think. Next biome to go to is the kelp forest. Now here you're going to encounter your first sort of hostile creature. And let's see if we can see him. They're not that hard to find. Oh, I can hear him. There he is. So that is oh, there's 2 of them. Don't want to go, there's 3 of them. Okay, there's loads of them. Don't really want to go too close because early game they are quite of a... Don't think about coming near me, friends. Okay, so just pick up some of these, and he is coming for us. Ah! He actually took some damage there.
Oxygen.
Oh! So they are quite fast. Wow, we got hit quite badly there, and we almost drowned as well. When your O2 runs out, you do have sort of about... Is he still following me? Yeah. When your oxygen bar goes down on the left, you do have a few seconds to sort of get air. It sort of, the screen starts fading black, but you do have a few seconds once you hit 0. Gonna catch some of these for some water. When I first played the game, I found catching fish was quite hard, but you get better at it.
Warning,
Ah, amazing.
radiation readings exhibit
Just what we needed.
consistent with total degradation of the
So what we picked up back there
A quantum detonation will occur
were
with a
some creepvine
probability of
seeds, and they were from those big
85%.
bits of kelp.
Advise observing a 1%
They are sort of the
safety
next
range.
building material you need, because it makes silicon rubber, and this can be used... I'm going to make some more of that actually. This can be used to make, first of all, a knife. This is what you need to pick up some more stuff and also defend yourself. I think that's all we can make right now. Oh yeah, we're going to make some water. God, I could do with some water actually, my throat's very dry. Oh. Damn it, we should have picked up one more. Fins help you swim faster, so yeah, what we did get, let's assign that to 1 and 2. Knife, here we go. So, there are no guns in this game, because the developers don't want to make it like a 12 rating, they want to keep it like sort of PG game or whatever. That's why they changed the colour of animal blood to sort of yellow, because you can sort of hit animals. Salt is quite useful for 1 or 2 things. Don't really want to go over there again. See, like, he's coming over again. Go away! I don't want to talk to you. Go away! Please, stop following me. Ah, no, this is the gas pod. The gasopod. We didn't see these, but these are... Oh, there's loads of them. Those are sort of the safe shallows creatures. They're not aggressive, but they are defensive, so they will release those gas clouds if you go near them. That's just, you know, just a defensive measure. So now we've got our knife, we can cut this stuff.
New blueprint acquired.
Get some of that. We need to pick up a few more of these creepvine seed clusters.
Oxygen.
Ooh. I should have been paying attention to my oxygen. What was that noise? Yeah, forgive the frame rate. It's partly my PC. I've got a decent graphics card. I've got a GTX 750 Titan Edition, but my processor's not great. That's sort of the one thing in my PC that isn't sort of up to speed at the moment. We haven't found any fragments yet. I mean, a lot of this game at the moment is, you know, in the early game, when I say at the moment, that's what I meant, it's sort of looking out for things. Oh. Okay, let's make this first, because we wanted to make some diving fins. Now we can swim a bit faster. Dive reel. I don't like this item at the moment. When I first saw it, I thought it would sort of attaches a rope, and then you can swim. Oh, oh! This is the fun thing.
In the Aurora's drive core, the central dark matter reactor will reach a supercritical
Check out
state.
this. This is going to be
AT
fun.
minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Oh.
3, 2,
Love the sound design of this game. Whoa! And then you have the winds, and then the seismic readings. The sound design of this game is just so good. In fact, everything about the design of this game is good, but that was the explosion of the Aurora. That has opened up some areas. You can go in there now after it's exploded, but again, there's quite a sort of large area around the Aurora that has sort of radiation, and you know, if you go there, towards there, you will slowly die, so it's not what we want. Get another one of these. Eat that now. What were we doing? I've forgotten what we were doing now. Let's make some fiber mesh. Oh, you can eat that apparently. I'm not sure what this is used for. Rebreather uses fiber mesh. Oh, we do have some lead. We have a radiation suit now, which is pretty good. So now we can go to the Aurora if we wanted to, because we have this. And as you can see, it gives us some gloves, which I like. But again, even though we can survive the radiation, we're still nowhere near equipped enough to go there. Like, you need like a propulsion cannon and like a lot of stuff, basically. A lot of stuff we don't have yet. I haven't actually scanned anything yet again, so let's scan a gasopod, because you can scan creatures in this game, just to show you what it looks like. Doing a little dance there. Oh, took some damage there in the cloud. Shuttle bug. How is that?
oxygen.
Oh. That's gonna be the death of me in this series, you watch. I never pay attention to my oxygen. And we do need some... There are these things in the safe shallows that like blow up. There are like these weird fish. I think there's one in here. There's one. Oh, that was weird. One of them is there. That thing there. Oh, there's two of them. There's three of them. So they do chase you. Ah! Okay, I'm gonna get some oxygen before I... Yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff in this game that sort of makes you panic. Where were those things? Here they were. I don't want an egg. Okay, both of them dropped eggs. That's not... What was a whole fish there? Those are quite rare.
New creature discovered.
God, these things look horrible. Look at them. Okay, so we didn't get lucky with those two, but next thing we can build is the welder, a repair tool or whatever. But we do need some. Those, I think they're called crash. Those fish, crash fish. They drop powder, and that's what we need to get. So, here's one. Ah. Yikes. Let's use this. There we go. Oh, that one dropped an egg as well. I'm not getting very lucky with these. Ah! That one also dropped an egg. Okay then, okay, these things do, you can get oxygen from these. One thing I do forget is that you can use the knife on a lot of things to get the resource. So if I used it on, there we go, we picked up a bit of that plant that we can now use to plant. Oh, I just said plant twice, never mind. So yeah, we can now plant that if we get a grow bed. Gary fish. Frame rate, come on. Okay, the sun is setting again, unfortunately. Oh, we can stand up here, more or less. So I think next, when it's daytime again, I think we're going to go to the kelp forest, because in the kelp forest there is silver, and silver is what you need to sort of, you need a lot of silver. You need silver for sort of the next stage, as it were, to, you know, progress to the next stage. Oh, it really does go dark at night time. I mean, I like the bioluminescent life. It looks really nice, but oh, there it is. Lost the life pot then. That was right below us. Drink that. Once you get 2 fish and you put them in a large aquarium, they will breed, which is pretty good. And whole fish are quite rare, so I'm quite tempted to keep these and not eat them. I think you can just sort of hold fish and they won't die. Okay, magnesium is one thing we need for the welder. Yeah, we just need the crash fish powder, which we haven't seen dropped yet, and then we've got it. Oh, we can make a flashlight actually, that will be very useful. So we've got glass and then a battery. Now we can make a flashlight. What else is there? So yeah, there's quite a bit of crafting in this game. Not all of it's quite refined in terms of the resources. Like, I know they are sort of playing around with different resources and stuff. So, for example, silver is really hard to find in the current version, and you need it for a lot of stuff. And gold, there's like an overabundance of gold, and gold is more or less useless once you build like the one thing you need it from, or you need it for. So I think they are sort of playing around with the different materials a bit in terms of how easy it is to get them and where they are and all that. So one thing that confused me when I first played this is that not everything you can build will show. So when you pick up a new material, for example, lubricant and silicone rubber weren't here. It was only when I actually picked up the creepvine material that they showed in the crafting thing. And also when you scan things and unlock new blueprints, it will show in the crafting bench. So sometimes you just need to sort of go out and explore a little bit. I mean, this is essentially an exploring game. That is most of the gameplay. And it does take a little bit of time to sort of get used to it, because it's quite hard finding material sometimes, because you got to dive down and then go back up for air, and it takes a little bit of time sometimes, but it's quite a fun challenge. It's certainly gameplay that I've not really experienced before playing this game. I mean, the whole ocean survival hasn't really been done before. There is that game with like the islands, I can't remember what it's called, but this game really is unique in the terms that you can go really deep. Like, the late game biomes are ridiculous in this game. They're so deep down, and they are a lot more dangerous. We haven't even scratched the surface yet of this game, so I'm gonna call it a day here for episode 2. Hope you've enjoyed watching, and stay tuned for the next episode. See ya!